Good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are. Thank you for joining me. I thought I would do the live down in the office just because the last couple of times we were getting cut off. So we're going to give it a try down here today. Hello, hello, Mary and Lady T. How are you guys doing? Hello, Fatima. Just trying to get my incense going here. All right. I did only because I kept the connection kept dropping up at in my office for some reason. So I mean, Brad does his sessions and his lives down here all the time. So I thought we would try it down here for today. So maybe Fridays I'll be doing my live down here. We'll see, or maybe I'll try the basement too because there seems to be decent connection down there from what Brad said. So we will see how that goes. Thank you for joining me. How are you doing? All right. Mary, you had a question about Gene Hackman. That isn't crazy. I was looking and I actually did pull a few tarot about this. So I thought we can start off with that question. And when we look at the energy, I definitely have to say, of course, this is all alleged, you guys. But with that, he was coming up as the king of Pentacles there. So definitely a very strong, powerful figure here. I do think he heard a lot. He could have seen a lot. I do think there is something going on. I don't see this as natural, you guys, because when I look at what the influences, or if there was any, let's say, any influences, external influences, look what came up, Three of Cups. So this is absolutely showing a sense that there's some kind of conflict here, and there's a sense of multiple people were potentially involved in this. So it does look like a really unfortunate situation. So we'll kind of see if any truth is exposed or uncovered, over the weeks ahead. But when I kept looking into this as well, like I said, this isn't just one person. I feel like multiple people are involved with this situation. Hidden factors. I think he very much knew these people too. It's like we got that Six of Cups. There's something about him knowing these people for a long time. I didn't get a chance to look too deeply into the articles of exactly what happened. I think there was, from what I read quickly, him, unfortunately, and his wife are both found on the property in Mexico. There was no really, from what I believe I read, no forced entry, no foul play is like shown, so they're not really sure what happened. But it is suspicious, so it's being investigated. But I do think that whatever happened, I'm wondering, like, it seems like the people that were involved were almost like friends with them, or I don't want to say friends, but they were very much, they knew them, they were close. Okay, so it's definitely showing like long-term associations that they might have had. So I don't see this as being random, you guys. When we look at the final message here, we have the Five of Cups. So there's a deep sadness and a deep loss here, and I don't think this is how it was supposed to be. So if, maybe if there was, yeah, it's a tough situation. So I'll have to look more deeper into that. Maybe I'll even do a whole video on this one, or do like a mini video for you guys, because this is interesting with the cards that came up. And on the back of the deck, I also have that conflict energy. So there's some kind of conflict happening behind the scenes with Gene, and it's unfortunate. I think this was very fresh. I think it just came out recently. The one article I seen was like just posted 6 hours ago. So, oh boy. All right. So that's what I have for you, Mary. Thank you for asking that question. I mean, I think it's very important for all of us to, of course, use our discernment and look into these things on a deeper level as well, just so we have not okay, there is that connection though too, or I can say that discrepancy. Make sure like it's good to like be aware of what's happening, but just don't involve and give it your energy to such a great depth as well. So that's very important. So let's see. What else do we have? Lady T, hello, hello. All right. Um, we have thank you so much, Carolyn. Hello, beautiful lady, and MT. All right. So again, yes, thank you for your donation. Again, donation questions will get kind of the front of the line. Let's see, what do we have here for Carolyn? You have a question. Can you please look into your partner's daughter? Um, I know he doesn't like you, but I seem to pick up some vibes that you didn't like, and my wonder if your intuition is right. All right, let's see what's coming up. I think let's see what the cards say. What do we have, Spirit, for Carolyn when it comes to her daughter's partner, Trista? I think when we looked at this before, wasn't getting anything too funky happening from what I can see, but let's see what the cards say. Maybe that was something else I was looking into. I could be wrong. What do we have, Spirit, at this moment? What is the overall energy for Carolyn and her daughter's partner? Daughter Trista. I'll have to just show you my cards, you guys, just because a little bit of a different setup here. I'm not getting anything too let's say conflicted. We have a lot of major arcanas here. So we do have that star card with the Ace of Pentacles and the World as well. So I do think there is some very much like an important, let's say, relationship that has to be played out with these two. But when I look at the outcome too, we have that Page of Swords, and there is a little bit of instability, but this could be fear, this could be illusions as well. So I have to say, like, overall, I mean, if your intuition is telling you something, though, don't ignore that. Listen to those little nudges. No matter what anybody says, listen to those nudges, because your intuition, you know your intuition. All right, lovely lady. So, in terms of this, I don't necessarily get anything absolutely significant that's, let's say, off. I mean, I'm not seeing any violence or any like severe manipulation, but there could be just a slight, let's say, instability or fears as well, on what his true intentions are. But this could be kind of coming up. Actually, let me pull a few cards here, because I'm like, is this anything? Is this just your fears or instabilities about this person? So that Moon card. What do we have, Spirit, for that Moon card when it comes to Carolyn? Is that related to her fears, or is this Moon card related to her partner? Let's look at Carolyn's energy. What is Carolyn's intuition and higher self telling her? Yeah, that's interesting. It could absolutely, Carolyn. It feels like your intuition is trying to tell you something. They could have a bit of a tower moment. I don't know if they're like planning on moving in together or something like that. But again, lovely lady, I have to say, I'm not necessarily seeing anything in terms of like massive manipulation. So I just want you to see this from a perspective of your daughter has her own path and her own decisions to make. So even if you don't love the guy, if she still wants to be with him and wants to move forward, then that's her path. So you just have to unconditionally send that love and light and allow her to follow her path and be there for her. I'm not saying to not be there for her, but it's just not being so controlling of, I'm not saying you're being controlling, so it looks like you're just looking for some insight, but not being so tied into whether or not this is the person for her. There's something about a tower moment coming up. So This could be more in your energy because you're not super excited about this individual, is what it seems like, in terms of being the right person for your daughter. But it does look like they may continue to move forward for a little bit here. And I'm not seeing any massive, like, things that are coming up showing like massive manipulations or anything. Okay, lovely lady? So that's what I have for you. Thank you. So much love to you. And let's see. You were talking about your partner's daughter. Oh, your partner's daughter. Did I get that whole reading wrong? Your partner's daughter, Trista. Let me reread your first question here. Can I have a question? Can you look into my partner's? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to. Okay, let me circle back. Your partner's daughter, Trista. Let me pull a few cards on that. I don't know why I was thinking a completely different question. I was thinking your daughter's partner. Happy Friday. Okay, give me one moment here. What do we have? Can I get clarifications for Carolyn when it comes to her partner's daughter? You said that there's some vibes here. You're wondering if she doesn't like you. What's the energy there? How does Carolyn's partner's daughter feel about her? Three of Swords. Your intuition is correct. I mean, I feel like it kind of is what it is. You know, you're there, but it definitely does feel like when it comes to her father, and the connection, it's just very surface level. Okay. I can't say exactly what it is here, but I don't want you to let it, consume you too significantly here. I mean, and I think you guys, if I'm not mistaken, you guys have also been together for quite a while as well. So it's not like this is a new relationship, unless I'm wrong. Correct me if I am, but I do see that yes, your intuition is correct about this. There is something that she's not very open to you and your energy for some reason with that page energy, and also there's like a defensive energy when it comes to you. Okay, so just look at back of the deck though is the Strength. I want you to know, like, not everyone's always gonna jam with our energy, right? So it's kind of just seeing it as this can make you stronger, and at the end of the day, it doesn't truly, don't let it concern you at such a deep level. Okay, so hopefully I was able to kind of clarify that question. Thank you so much. But yeah, it does feel like your intuition is correct. There's something a little off about how she feels about your energy and your connection with her specifically, okay? Or maybe her dad, because that King of Swords came out. All right, so let's see here. What else do we have? My mouse doesn't like Brad's mouse pad, so my mouse is going everywhere here, guys. Let me see. I'm just gonna use this. All right, so we had, let's see, a question from Lady T. Lady T, why did the last job interview not send an offer? I'm starting to feel hexed. Girl, you're not hexed. It's just okay. I want you to actually be excited that you didn't get offered this job because it's not for you. That's just simply it. That's how I try to look at things too. If something isn't happening, let's say you're trying to, maybe it's a relationship. There's a certain person where you're like, oh, I really want to, go on a date with this person or have a relationship or get to know this person better. Or maybe I want this certain job. It's not for you if it's not coming towards you. Or you have a belief system that is just built up and that's preventing that attraction, that manifestation to come. So let's see what the cards have to say. What do we have? What you can do too is on like a physical thing is if you feel like there's just because as we go about our days as well, there are other people's energies that kind of can like cloud our own energy and our own judgment. So make sure that you are stopping, ask yourself questions like, is this even my energy? Look at your belief systems with yourself as well. Like, do you feel worthy? All these things, like you have to start asking these questions, but on a physical level, if you're feeling like there's some kind of darker energies or things just feel a little off, have a sea salt bath. Cleanse yourself, cleanse your area. What do we have for Lady T moving forward? See, it's not for you. It was not meant for you, that job. That's what it's showing. You have stuff. Oh my god, you have stuff coming in. Look at this. Lady T, you have Jupiter. This is good luck. This is destiny. This is fortune. Your situation, look at this. So you're coming up as that Two of Cups, and we have the Three of Pentacles in the situation with the Queen of Pentacles in the outcome. And what's aspecting that is a celebration and something that is more, oh, I'm throwing cards everywhere, something that is more aligned with your path. So I actually don't want you to see this as a bad thing or, oh my goodness, I didn't get that job. Like I'm hacked. So don't think of it like that, because the more also that you give it that energy, you're going to see more situations like that happening. One second. Okay. So I absolutely don't see a whole lot of conflicted energy coming up for you here. There's an opportunity coming out pretty darn quick, but it's just aligning. So your job right now is to focus on your internal self, on your inner being, to see where you're at. Okay, we all have things we can work on and surrender, but things are turning for you. Things are turning for you, girl. So I don't see anything bad here. Looks like really good energy in it. That death card came out in the past, showing that that particular thing just wasn't for your best interest. There's something better on the way. And that's how I try to look at it, especially when I was doing the whole job situations. And sometimes you'll be tested too. You know what's interesting? As something I'll share with you guys is, this past year has been incredible. And I've been able to transition from my finance job, and I've been able to do this full time before with you guys and for you guys, and it's been fantastic. But these past months, especially February, I'm excited to get into the month of March. Ooh, and I also did my March report for you guys. I will post that after this video or this live, and it was really interesting one. So go check that out later. But I'm noticing it's like the universe is almost testing me, as cheesy as it sounds. I was having certain offers come back to me to see that are like tempting me to see, like, okay, am I going to go back into those old ways of being restricted or being kind of, that, not to say the 9 to 5, not anyone should do it, but for me, it's like pulling me back in that direction. So it's just interesting. Watch around you, look at the synchronicities, look at how your internal state is, because a lot of the times too, when you're leveling up, for example, or you're stepping more into your power, there are going to be those little things that try to pull you back down into that other vibration. So see this as the universe is, this position wasn't for you because there's something better coming, okay? So, all right. So I hope that gave you a little bit of a perspective, but I have really good cards for you, okay, Lady T? So hang in there, focus on being in that vibration now. I want you to feel this amazing position. There's a job that's coming towards you, and I want you to feel how excited you are for it. Feel it now. Don't try to reach for it. Feel it now. So, and if you want to go through certain meditations, you know what, you guys, like meditations and hypnosis has been phenomenal. I have my new package. I'm only having limited ones. I'm only doing a limited amount per month because they do take me a little bit more time. But it's like a tarot guided meditation and hypnosis, as well as like a wax seal spell to lock in the energy. But they've been phenomenal. Like the guided meditation hypnosis has been phenomenal, and I've done a few sessions with that. And hearing people's feedback has been so amazing and just heartwarming. And some individuals were like, I just received an offer after, like right after a session. So it was really cool to see them transition into that mindset. So let's see, what else do we have? What do we got going here? Hello, Nina. Okay. Nina, it's from El Salvador, where it's hot and muggy, hot and muggy. I'm loving it. I woke up this morning and I was like, Brad, like the birds are chirping, like the birds are chirping, the sun is out. I got home yesterday and it was a little bit of a, I don't know, an on and off day for me personally. And I got out of my car and I'm like, I smell flowers. The bees were buzzing, the flower, like there's no flowers, but I'm smelling flowers everywhere. And it was so beautiful. And it's just like spring is coming, you guys. Spring's coming. So it's beautiful. Right now it is, probably a little chilly out there, but the sun is out and the birds are chirping. So I'm happy. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Shelby. Hello, Shelby. Your love life has been stuck and stagnant. You've been single for a long time. All right, let's see what's coming up for Shelby. What do we have? What is the stuck energy for Shelby? And is there something coming in for you here? Look at the situation as the lovers. I think you have something coming in, Shelby. You have the lovers and you have the two of cups. There could be actually, I don't know why I'm getting this, but I don't know if you're going to any kind of an event at night, but there's almost something going on like in the evening. I'm feeling that you may actually be meeting somebody soon. I mean, that stuck energy, I do feel like you're kind of moving out of it. How can I kind of because when I look at that past, we do have the Nine of Swords, okay? So what I want to say to you as well is, why do you feel there's nothing wrong with sharing your life and having a beautiful relationship, but I want you to ask yourself, are you trying to get into a relationship to fill any voids, okay? If there's a void that you're trying to get into a relationship to fill, that's only going to work for a short amount of time, okay? So just be aware of that. Dig deeper. So a lot of the times it's a spiritual void, you guys. It's not something like, let's say, it's not something physical, okay? But I do see an energy with the lovers, and you have the Two of Cups coming out, and you have that Queen of Wands in the present. So follow your inspirations. Don't worry so much about when this next person is going to come in. Just enjoy your life, enjoy your own company. And in doing so, you're going to be glowing up. So I hope that helps. But I do actually see a romantic person coming in very strong, because this is like a lovers and the Two of Cups. That's a soulmate energy there, girl. So looks good, Shelby. All right, so thank you so much, Brian. Brian, what are Amanda's current feelings regarding you? All right, let's see. What do we have for Amanda? What's her current feelings for Brian? What do we have for Brian and Amanda? Wow. I see a lot of really good potential for you and Amanda, Brian. We have that Queen of Cups, the Two of Wands. Oh darn, I'm throwing my cards everywhere. And then we have the Four of Wands as well. This is a celebration. I see you guys. This is she's very much interested. I don't know if you guys are currently just starting to talk or what, but you guys absolutely have a lot of energy to show. Things may really pick up between you guys. I don't really see anything here to show that. One second. To show like she's not interested or anything of that matter. The fact that we have the Two of Wands, it is a bit of a two different paths sometimes. It's not necessarily two different people. That's not what I'm seeing, but it's a sense of I feel like she's kind of processing some things, but there's absolutely feelings here. I do think she's very fond of you. It looks really, really good. And she sees you. Look at that Knight of Pentacles. I think she sees you as like this very stable energy as well, very reliable. I like it. There's a lot of good energy and wish fulfillment. This sometimes too, my friend, I have to say, I don't know if where you're at in your life or if you plan on having a family, but this is a lot of good times. Okay. So just be cautious of that because I do get a bit of a fertility energy coming out of this. I do think she's very emotionally mature. Like there's a lot of emotional integrity in this energy, but looks positive for you guys. It looks really positive, okay? I love the energy and I think she's very interested in pursuing something with you. So if you haven't made a move, I would say make a move. All right. Let's see here. What do we have? You are welcome, Shelby. All right. Fatima, your daughter's going to Portugal trip with her boyfriend and his family for a few weeks. How do you think the trip's gonna turn out? Let's take a look. How do we have Fatima for Fatima and her daughter's trip? How will their trip be to Portugal? It looks decent. There is a little bit of like this sitting on the fence energy. I'm not sure. Does she really want to go on the trip? I do see her there. We do have going, having a good time with, with the family, with her partner. But the outcome is a little bit like stagnant. I feel like there may be a little bit of conflict or just heightened emotions happening here. So, not to say I don't feel like it's going to go awful or anything. I think she'll have a decent time. Oh, kicking everything around here. Sorry, guys. I do think she'll have a pretty decent time, but I think she's still like there's still some heavy energies, and this is a tough one. I know we've talked about this a few times, so it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Just a little bit of heavy energy throughout some of the trip. Are they just going for a week? I think you said a week. Yeah. Oh, they're going in a few weeks. Yeah. Can I get one or two more cards on that? How will Fatima's daughter specifically, how will she be throughout the trip? And what is this Nine of Swords and Two of Swords all about? There's just a little bit of a disconnect. Like, yes, I still see them going. They're definitely going here, but there's a sense of just a little bit of a disconnection here. I don't know if this is between her and his family, but definitely between him and her. So I feels like more of a front, kind of, to be honest. When we look at it, it's just ha ha ha, yeah, like kind of happy smiles and kind of a little bit of a surface level trip. But I still think it'll be okay. I don't see anything catastrophic happening here. Okay. Yeah, in 10 days. Oh, they're going for 10 days. And that's a long time too. Like, I mean, unless I'm wondering if, how is her relationship with his family, right? That's a long time to spend. But no, it'll be okay for them. It'll be fun. They'll have a good time. All right. You are welcome, Brian and Shelby. Of course, lots of love to you. Okay. Hello, Miss J. You had a third interview for this job 2 weeks ago, and you're still waiting to hear back from the company. What's the holdup? So, will I receive an offer? Will he receive an offer? What do we have for Miss J? Will there be an offer for this company where you're still waiting to hear back? What's going on for Miss J? Thank you, Fatima. I will take a look and see what Spirit wants you to know next. Oh, I'm on the fence, Miss J. They are, look at this. It's like they are absolutely considering extending an offer. But I feel like there's two people here. We got the Two of Wands, and then when we look at the outcome, we have a bit of competition here. We have competition with what's happening. So it's not actually, I don't think it's actually been decided yet because it's not at all clear. It's like really on the fence about whether or not you're going to get this job. It feels like it's between you and this other person. So I'm wondering if there's this other person that's still being interviewed or something. They're still going through the process. Let me see if I can pull one more card on that. Can I get any more insight on if Miss J is going to receive an offer for this company? Is it leaning more towards Miss J's favor? Yes, I do see you potentially getting an offer here, okay? But it is very on the fence, okay? Very on the fence right now. I don't think you're going to hear from them right away still. I think it's still going to be a bit of time. I don't know how long, but I don't think you'll hear from them in the next day or two. It feels like they're still kind of going through their process. And I don't know what company you're going to work for, but when I was working for one company, of course, it was the government a while back. It took forever. Like, again, like you said, there was like 3 interviews, and then afterwards, there was still a waiting game. I think I waited almost a solid month before I actually got my letter and got to start and all of that. So it was quite the process. So it's not that it's a solid no, very much on the fence. And I do see it leaning a bit towards you getting an offer, okay? But still, it's like teetering on that fence between you and this other person is what it looks like. All right, so what do we have? So thank you for your question, Fatima. All right, what's coming up next for Fatima here? What do we have for Fatima? What do we have, Spirit, for Fatima? There's a bit of Fatima, how are you feeling right now? Because when I pull your energy, you have the 5 of Cups, and it's a bit of a sadness. Maybe you're going through a little bit of just I don't know if this is an off day or an off a week. It's been some pretty intense energies. But Ye there's something good coming in for you, but there is a message to take swift action on it, 'cause I think it's actually regarding a person here. We've talked about this before, 2 of Cups. So you have a partnership trying to come in here in the situation, but there's a note here about swift action. So I feel like you're entering into this time of expansion, okay? And in your finances are going to increase as well. You have the 10 of Pentacles out on the table, so there is some moolah coming your way or an abundance here, abundance. So this is a lot of wealth energy, and I feel like you're entering into a time of expansion where you could meet somebody, but there's a sense of somebody's got their eyes on you. It's like two things. We have your finances improving, and then we have somebody is watching you. That's what I see here. So there is just a bit of kind of letting, yeah, okay, you're feeling uncertain. Look at this. You're feeling uncertain about love. Stop it. Stop it, girl. Stop feeling uncertain about it, because there is something coming in here. We have the Page of Cups over the situation, okay? And I believe when we looked before, I can't remember if it was March or May, but there's somewhere in the next few months where this is absolutely coming in, okay, Fatima? So again, focus on your gratitude and what you can really appreciate in this moment, because I was doing that yesterday when, and that's what, okay, this is interesting. As I was just saying a few minutes before too about, I was having a bit of an off day, so I'm like, okay, how I need to shift myself, shift myself into a better, let's say a better energy. So I started focusing on gratitude and what I have to be grateful for. And when I got home and I got out of the car, it was like the smell of flowers. There was a bee on my windshield, and I'm like, where is this smell of flowers coming from? No idea. There's no flowers. Everything is still completely barren. There's no trees, there's no flowers, so I don't know where this smell of flowers is coming from, but it was so beautiful, you guys, so beautiful. So oh, thank you guys. Thank you for all your love and support. I appreciate all you guys. So that's what I have for you, Fatima. I do see this coming out for you soon. So focus on that mindset, okay, and your gratitude. All right. So let's see here. Sashi, hello, Sashi. I'm not sure. Did you have a question? I didn't see yours, so if you do, please just re-enter it in the chat, and then I'll take a look at that for you. Okay. Thank you so much for your donation, Sashi and Sherry. State of bliss. You have to do. Yes, do those nature walks. So it was so cool the other day. As I said, there's this little forest park kind of by kind of in my area anyway, and I went to this one, and there's this one specific tree that is calling out to me, and I went a couple times now, and I get these images and downloads, and it was so incredible. The first time I went, there was not the first time, I've spent multiple times with this tree, but when I went like a week or two ago, there was this like beam of green light that just entered into my crown chakra, and it was like this guardian ray. It was so beautiful. Anyway, I went back and then spent a few minutes. It's like just connecting. I sit with my back towards the on the tree, and I feel its roots, and it's like you're breathing with the tree. And within that sense, I closed my eyes, and it was like a red eye kind of spiraling, and there was what I seen like shadow figures is kind of around it. I didn't get a bad energy from it. They were kind of like observers or watchers, but I went through like this portal, this like door, and then I was like in the tree. It felt like I was in the tree looking at this it was like kind of a reddish eye circling sun. I don't know how to explain it other than that. And then around this image, there were some shadow figures that were just observing and watching. But the connection, like when you connect and resonate with nature, there's just so many things that naturally start to flourish inside. So make sure you guys go spend some time in the forest, touch the trees, hug the trees. Yes, absolutely. Do that, Fatima. Ask it to give you some clarity too, or help you to, if you have questions, you can communicate and talk to the trees, okay? I love you, girl. You're my soul sister. All right, let's see. Sherry, you had a reading. And okay, so you had a reading from me, and the cards implied a tower moment, and now you have pneumonia and you fell. Oh no, you fell on black ice. Was that your tower? That could have been your tower, the tower symbolizing you falling. Let's see. What do we have for lovely Sherry? State of bliss here. So I'm not sure. I think your question was that your tower? What do we have? What's the overall energy for Sherry here? What do we have, Spirit, when it comes to Sherry and her energy? Ooh, you'll be getting better soon. Or you will, what I can say is I feel like you will recover fast here, because you have this sense of renewal. It's an adjustment period as well. And you also have Jupiter. You have, or sorry, the Wheel of Fortune, which is representing Jupiter. This is good luck, fortune. Yes. So, and we have the sun as well aspecting your tarot reading. So this is, oh, excuse me. This is absolutely like, there is a lot of, a lot of like stronger, brighter days coming for you here. Okay. So I'm so sorry that you had that fall. That's no fun. And on top of that, you have pneumonia. So just let your body rest. Okay. Let your body rest and heal. It takes time sometimes. I remember I had pneumonia once, and I had it for months. It was awful. I don't see that happening in your case, okay? It looks like this is something, the wheels will turn, and I do see you healing fairly fast here. I know this sounds very basic, but drink lots of water and program your water, okay? Oh, your pneumonia is gone now, so it's just your leg. Okay, and I do see it healing, but program your water. So when you drink it, tell your water that this is healing your body, it's healing your leg, it's nourishing yourself. I have been doing that. If you guys watch me or follow me, you probably have known we've talked about that on the last couple of lives. And I'm starting to even notice even the bloating in my stomach is going down, and I'm not doing anything different other than programming my water. So little things like that I'm noticing are making a big difference. And this is, I've only been doing it for maybe a week or so. Sometimes it takes time for our bodies to catch up, okay? So take care of yourself. But yes, Sherry, I do see a lot of good things coming towards you here, okay? So let's see what we have here. We'll take a few more. Thank you, Violet. Violet loves nature. I'm just trying to see if you guys do donate and you have a question, please let me know. I don't know if I'm going to scroll up again and see if I can find if Sashi had a question here. Hi, thankfully. Okay, Sashi, I don't see your question. So if you do have one, please do type it below. If not, if we don't get to it and you had a question, send me an email and I can respond to you there, okay? We'll take a few more. He'll be on till 10, and then we'll probably be back again on Monday. So let's see, Violet. You're wondering if the cards have an opinion on the two men options. who want to be in a serious relationship. Who is the better choice as far as happiness option for you and your children? Okay. Um, let's see here. Let's start with okay, so think of your two men. We're gonna go with man number one. Do you happen to have are you comfortable with giving me their first names and then we can look into their first names? Hello, Amber. I am doing readings. Donations do get top of the list. If not, I am still doing readings, regardless. But I am only here for another 15 more minutes. So I'll just give Violet a second and see if you are able to give me the two names, and then we'll look into that. What do we have for Violet? Okay, so we have Mark and Curtis. Okay, so let's look at Mark. All right, Spirit, what do we have for how is the overall energy with Mark and Violet? What's the momentum and energy for these two when it comes to a longer term relationship? Do you want oh boy. Okay, do you want more children? There's a lot here about children, but then again, this could be a lot of how your children react or how they get along with Mark, for example. I'm going to actually before I say a whole lot, I am going to pull on Curtis here. I don't know if I get an extremely long term. I feel like there could be a little bit of a you live in Nevada and you would have children if you were able to. Okay. The only thing is I'm wondering if I don't know if you have two children or a couple children, but I'm wondering if one of them is not super keen of him or it takes a little bit longer to come around. Um, let's look at Curtis here and see if we can compare the two. I do think that he is very much attracted to you. There's a very good energy. You guys, the situation's coming up as the Empress. So if anything, I see you having more children with Mark if you choose to go down that road. What do we have with Curtis, Spirit? For long term with Violet. Ooh. Yeah. I feel like overall, I do like the energy a little bit more with Curtis. There's something really nice here. You have in the situation and the energy, you have two aces. So you have a fulfilling emotional relationship, I feel like moving forward with Curtis, and that intellectual energy as well here. I don't see anything about the additional, let's say, kids coming out with Curtis here. But I do see a lot of really good energy. I feel like there is a lot of, he comes out as a knight here, okay? So with that, look at that. We have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups as well. So I think that this would be a really adventurous connection moving forward. I think it has a lot of potential, especially with right in the middle. This is good luck. This is fortune. So in terms of like a long-term, more fulfilling relationship, I do think they both have potential, but I am seeing a little bit more potential with Curtis from what I can see here, okay? So again, this is very important. This is just a perspective. This is your journey. So I want you to tune into your heart and see, how do you feel? If you have interacted with both of these people and you've kind of been feeling it out, then you should know deep inside where you're feeling more pulled towards. I'm not getting necessarily like a really bad energy for either of them in terms of, manipulation or anything of that matter. It feels just it feels like there is a little bit more of a tiny bit of a conflicted energy when it comes to Mark, okay? And I don't know, this could be about potentially because we have the 10 of Wands and then we have the children as well. So the children may like Curtis a little bit better, or one of them may just not fully connect with Mark right away, is what I'm seeing, okay? But they both have potential here. They both really like you from what I can see. Like they both want you. So you have the option, girl. You have the option. Okay, so let's see what else we have. Hello, Star Traveler. You have a forest nearby too? Love it. You have 4 children now. The situation is exciting, but you're not set in stone. One wants me to move and Mark will, okay, wait. But one wants me to move and Mark will move to, oh, okay. So Mark will move to Nevada, but you'd have to, I guess, move if you're going to, um, oh my goodness. Let me see here. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. If you are set in staying with where you are too, then that's a big thing because you have your children to consider too. But I don't necessarily see a bad energy for either. It's not like I feel like one is, yeah, correct. Okay, so Curtis would want you to move to New York. Or sorry, New York. Is it New York or North Carolina? I don't know why I said New York, but but yeah, hopefully that gave you some clarity. But at the same time, lovely lady, regardless of what anyone says, you need to, this is your journey, this is your life. So I really want you to tune in to feel what feels right to you when it comes to moving forward with this person. But the option is absolutely all yours because they both want you. Oh, I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Okay, let's see if we can take 1 or 2 more questions. Hi, Amber. Hello, Monique. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I appreciate it. Again, I'll only be taking a couple more questions today. Again, I do have, I have sessions available. So if you guys do want a personal session, you can reach me at readingswithbreanne.com. And I'm also doing my lives Mondays and Fridays. So I'm back every week if you guys are around. Jolie. Hello, Jolie. All right. The only one I don't think I got was Sashi's. So again, thank you if that was just a donation. I appreciate you. If you do have a question, then I guess send me an email and I'll help you out there. So let's see here. Let's take 1 more question. Amber, you can take a look at my website. It's readingswithbreanne.com. I do have a bunch of different options. I have like a 1 question. I actually have 20% off right now as well. And that will end by most likely the end of the today, unless I forget to go and take it off there. Maybe you guys get an extra day. But yeah, readingswithbreanne.com. I do have a 1 session. I have a 3 question sessions and also 5 questions. I have some Zooms available as well. So you can check that out. In terms of, again, if you guys are looking for, I'm looking at getting my website redone. I was hoping to have it done today, but it is still in the works. But if you're looking at, for example, just a 1 question session, usually I have that for $30, but it is on sale for 20% off right now. So that's probably my common like go-to if you have just a 1 question. If you're looking more for a deep dive, then you'll probably want to do like a 3 question or a 5 question deep dive. All right. Oh, thanks, Nina. Yeah. Oh, I guess I could write it right in the chat. I didn't even think of that. Thank you, lovely lady. Monique, again, thank you for all the newbies that are here. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you guys. All right, so let's see. Did I miss? Let me scroll up here. Let's take one or two before we end this here. All right. Woo woo woman. Oh, that's interesting. It seems your boyfriend's ex hired a private detective. She has someone following us. You're curious if that will escalate and cause issues in your life. Hmm. Well, I can pull a couple cards on that for you. What do we have for Ooh, woman with her situation with her boyfriend's ex? It's a little bit tough, girl, I have to say. I can see that 10 of Swords in your energy, and we do have the 3 of Swords, so I have to be honest, it could bring up some conflicted energies. Not to say you guys won't get through it here, um, but we have the 2 of Pentacles as the outcome as well, aspecting by the World and the 4 of Cups. So, I mean, I see you guys being able to get through it, but I think it may potentially cause some hiccups in the relationship or just some escalated energies, some anxiety, maybe that sort of thing. So I don't know. Can you get, I guess if it's a private detective, like that's so bizarre. I just don't know why yeah. People are so unhappy with their lives. They have to mingle with other people's lives. So hang in there. I do see you guys getting through it, but it may be a little bit of a bump in the road, okay? All right, so let's see here, Amber. I'll take a look at your question here, Amber. You're not worried about him and myself. It's just, yeah, exactly. With the 4 of Cups, it's almost like just almost not engaging because again, the more you engage and kind of get roped into that, the more anxiety it can be. But you'll get through it here, okay? Yeah, causing her problems. Okay, Amber, let me pull a couple. I'm gonna pull a couple for. Oh, that's totally. Don't worry about. I'm all good, guys. Don't worry about spelling my name wrong. I'm apologizing because sometimes say your guys' name incorrectly. I'm super easygoing, so it doesn't offend me at all. Let's see. So, Amber, you said, how is Kevin, or is Kevin planning on connecting with you? Okay, so let's look at this for you, Amber, and then I'll probably wrap up here. What do we have for Amber when it comes to Kevin? Is there any connections coming up for Amber? Ooh, look at this. Yes, but it may take a little bit of time, okay? We have that 2 of Cups, we have 2 of Wands, and 3 of Pentacles as well. It's almost like he's weighing up options right now, or he's really processing things. But I do see connections and communications. So if you're waiting for it, it may be still a little bit, it's not like a super fast moving energy, especially we've got that Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so there's a sense of slow and steady, right? Pentacles is a slower moving, but it's a reliable energy. So I do think there is, I'm not sure if this is a love interest or whatnot, but I do have that 2 of Cups coming out, but it could even be related to, I'm not sure if it was work. Did you see? Let me see if you wrote anything else here. How is Kevin planning on connecting with me? Okay, so that was kind of just the question. I think he will reach out. I don't know if you know this person through work here as well, but there is a sense of him weighing up options and looking to communicate and connect with you. So I would say yes. I would expect. Yeah, you haven't heard from him in a while. Yeah, that past energy, Eight of Swords. His hands are tied. So the Eight of Swords came out in the past as well. It's a sense of I don't know if he's got um yeah, okay, you guys are romantically connected in the past. Yeah. Hmm. Back of the deck is that death card. I do think he is considering reaching out to you here, but I'm wondering if he yeah, let me see here. Let me pull one or two more here. It looks like it may be a little bit though. What's the energy of him reaching out to you? Yeah, energetically connected. Yeah, I can absolutely see that. Yeah, he's on the fence. He's on the fence about reaching out to you, but he's absolutely thinking about it. Okay. So look at this. There's like a sense, look at that. We've got that Three of Swords. It's showing if you guys kind of disconnected, but he definitely wants to come back and start something with you. So, you know what? It is very much, it's still a little bit on the fence here, but that is absolutely in his mind. I think he is curious. He is interested still. And that energetic attachment, that cord is still there for him. Absolutely. So, he may still reach out, but I get that it could still be a little bit, okay? He's scared to reach out because of fear of conflict. Yeah, I guess with that Three of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is having his hands tied. So it's kind of like a self-sabotaging energy, but he absolutely is interested in reaching out to you. So I think he will. It'll just take a bit of time still, okay? All right. So thank you for joining me here, though. Again, yeah, if you guys are interested, you can check out Readings with Breanne and get a personal session. Again, 20% off for the next, let's say, 24 hours. So check that out. Yeah, I thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. We'll probably end this here and I'll be back again on Friday or Monday. What day is it? It's Friday now, so on Monday. But I'm happy we didn't have any disconnections, so I'll probably be doing my sessions down here a little bit more. But thank you so much for everyone who joined me, and I appreciate all of you guys. Okay, so lots of love to you all. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys soon. You're absolutely welcome, Amber. Thank you for joining me here and for everyone else. Okay, so bye for now, guys. Have a great, fantastic weekend.